Hi, I'm Chris from Tabletop Strategy, and today we're going to travel the Nile, embalm mummies, and make offerings to the pharaohs in the ancient Egyptian city of Nefer. Nefer plays out over 3 eras, during which each player will perform one of 3 actions, 3 times, 9 per era, for a total of 27 actions over the course of the game. Those actions, however, will trigger icons or areas on the board, enabling you to play your part in Nefer's bustling city life in the hope of obtaining the most prestige points by the end of the game. There are 2 resources in the game, which will form the basis of the costs of your actions: fish and Heka, and managing these will be crucial to your success. The first of these actions is to take one of your apprentices from your player board and place them on the sun side of this central area of the player board, known as the Houses of Life. In doing so, you must pay a cost in fish depending on how many other apprentices are there. If there's no other apprentices there, it's free. If there's 1 other apprentice, it's 1 fish, 2 and it's 3 fish, 3 or more and it's 5 fish. Once you've done this, you can perform the actions listed on that apprentice's action tablet from your player board, and then discard the tablet. The second of these actions is to move your apprentice to the moon side of that House of Life. This will again bear a fish cost if there are any other apprentices there. After this, you will move your scarab token 1 space to the right, and perform any of the actions up to that point in that House of Life. This is called specializing in a House of Life. If at any point you perform one of these actions and you cannot pay the cost, you simply gain 3 fish and end your turn there. Finally, the third action is to take a new action tablet, which you will use in the next round. You take an action tablet from the column next to the Houses of Life, pay or gain the fish as required, and place that tablet in an empty slot on your player board. Depending on which row you selected your tablet from, you may then perform one of the actions from that row or below. The icons you trigger as part of these actions relate to different elements of the game. The limestone blocks allow you to advance your token on the Great Pyramid or the Queen's Pyramid tracks, and this may trigger a build icon, enabling you to place the next part of the pyramid down. In the case of the Queen's Pyramid, you also need to have a permission token available. These icons allow you to move a token on your player board and place a sarcophagus token into the necropolis, which allows you to pick up Heka and move your heart along its track in various combinations, as well as trigger other actions from the row or column you are placing in. These icons allow you to carve or erect a sphinx in one of the 6 locations across the board, and trigger a wide range of other actions in doing so. This icon allows you to gather papyrus and place it on your player board. Matching combinations of icons move your feather token further at the end of each round. icons allow you to obtain a craft, move your priestesses, or make an offering in the temple, which grants you resources and the chance to move your token up the obelisk track, earning you more Heka each round. And finally, these icons allow you to move or activate your boats along the Nile spaces. By activating your boats, you either gain fish from the river or trade contracts if they're in a city space. At the start of the rounds 2 and 3, the positions of your boats may also gain you fish income for the following turn. At the end of each round, you score for the relative positions of your heart and feather, likely to be negative at the end of the first round. And the red scoring icons throughout the board on the positions of your markers and tokens around the board will score you points too. After 3 rounds, the most prestige points wins. So here I am, set up for a solo game of Nefer. But let's go through some strategy considerations applicable to all play accounts. While there are 5 rows to specialise in the Houses of Life, Nefer is a game in which you cannot specialise in everything. So strategically focusing on 1 or 2 complementing areas will likely be the best route to success. You can't be a master of everything in this game. That said, in the first round, it may be prudent to leave yourself a little more open and focus on increasing your income for the subsequent rounds through moving your boats into income generating sections or making an offering to earn Heka. Ultimately, you need to start earning points from the first round by moving your tokens along the tracks, laying sarcophagi in the necropolis, and completing trade tokens, as these will score at the end of each round. At the start of each game, I look for sections of the board which are likely to complement each other, such as the Queen's Pyramid scoring bonuses, necropolis actions, or contract trade tokens along the river. In this setup, the Queen's Pyramids will reward both sphinxes and sarcophagi, while my starting actions are providing me with the opportunity to embalm and perform a funerary rite in the first turn. If I can build on this by specialising in this House of Life too, I can maximise my point from the necropolis. Placing sarcophagi will earn me Heka. But in this case, I will probably also want to find another way to earn fish, either by advancing my boats, making offerings, or selecting this reward when tactically building the Great Pyramid. Timing when to take each of the actions will also be key. Placing your apprentices early might save you fish, but might also signpost your intentions. Do not ignore picking up a tablet for a new round, complementing your strategy. While picking up a tablet which reaps immediate rewards due to matching hieroglyphs that you need, performing actions in line with your overall strategy will reap a much better reward. In the games I've played so far, I've scored approximately 70 to 80 points, meaning that as you start with 10, I'm picking up about 60 to 70 points from my actions. With 27 actions, that's just over 2 points per action. Bear this in mind throughout your turns. If your actions are not contributing to this kind of points return, there may be better options for you. And consider, a 1-point trade contract completed in Era 1 which scores 3 times, is just as good as a 3-point contract, which only scores once. I'd love to hear about the strategies that you all have employed on playing this game. Feel free to reach out in the comments or through Instagram.